Hi everybody, so we are back here with another haul video. Gonna show you some cool toys. Hopefully you like them. So around my area it's getting really dry finding toys. So I picked up this. I don't know why. It's a Lord of the Rings Wraith on a horse. I mean, it's cool looking, but I don't really collect Lord of the Rings stuff. But it's getting dry. Like I said, it's tough to find stuff in my area right now. Same place I got that thing, I picked up this Leonardo. It's a stuffed one, which I don't really pick up these stuffed things very often, but then I noticed this. It's got like a little book in the back of it. It kind of talks about Leonardo. And I don't know, I just thought that was kind of neat. I'd never seen that one before, so I don't know why I grabbed it. Mainly because, like I said, it's getting dry around here, so you just... Honestly, when work's stressing you out, you just kind of want to go and buy toys and try to forget about it, even though you're buying crappy toys. Whenever I found those, though, I did pick up this guy. This is one of the Jack Specific's, what is he, about 3 foot tall stormtroopers. And I thought that was pretty cool. He'll go with my 3 foot tall Darth Vader. I just thought it was cool. I might try to, one day, whenever I have a garage, like repose that thing to look like a statue. Maybe add some paint to it, but yeah. So I got that. Now we're going to get into some exciting stuff, hopefully. So I finally picked up a Marvel Legends Beast. Came from Amazon. They kind of crushed the packaging a little bit, but it's not too bad, I guess. Hopefully I'll find one in better condition later on, but happy to have Beast. Everyone's going pretty nuts over this. I don't know how I feel about the face sculpt on this thing, but it's okay. Beast was never like one of my favorite characters, so I'm happy to have it just because I want to have a set of the Jim Lee X-Men, but Gambit was definitely my favorite in that wave. So I'm glad I was able to find him a few haul videos ago. We'll go ahead and do this bag here. So I did pick up couple of these. So I picked up a Wild Weasel with a helmet and his card. So he'll go in the Rattler. And I actually got a gun for my Rattler, a barrel. So if you've seen my video where I got the Rattler, the front of the gun is broken off. So hopefully I'll do a video showing how to hopefully fix that. We'll see if my idea of what I have to fix it works. I don't know if it will or not. Then I picked up a bat. It's basically... missing everything, but the card's unpunched. Who cares if the card's unpunched, if the figure's ripped off of it? I mean, I guess the packaging's pretty cool, but I just wanted a bat, so hopefully I'll be able to find a sticker to go on his chest, and all the arms and everything that's supposed to go with him. I don't know. $14.99 too much for that? Actually, it was 20% off of both of these, so whatever 20% off of $14.99 was. Is that too much for that? I don't know. I really just wanted a bat, and I honestly should have just got the 25th anniversary edition one. With swivel arm battle grip. This is one of the few G.I. Joes I had as a kid, and I really liked it. So, I'm pretty happy to have him. He's got a hole in his chest, so I'm wondering if this is more than a sticker, if this is actually like a puffy kind of thing. I don't know if I'll be able to find a replacement for that or not. Maybe I shouldn't have bought this. I don't know. That seems kind of pricey to me. Wild Weasel seems like a good deal. Basically $10 with the 20% off, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess ends up being $12 for the bat, which isn't too bad. Let's do this bag here. So I did pick up a couple of turtles. So I picked up one of these Kung Fu Donatellos. Well, that's exciting. And then I picked up this April O'Neil that I didn't have. I actually think I have several of her accessories. I just didn't have this April. Is that not one of the worst face sculpts? Look how fat and chunky she looks. Not against fat and chunky people. I'm a fat and chunky person, but... anyway. Let's do a bag of fun here. This is going to be the fun part. I need a knife. Need a knife. That'll work. Alright. Got our trusty knife. Camera's up. And, okay. So, picked up a Exo Squad figure. Let's put that in there. It's not complete, but it looks like this one transforms or something. Does something weird. Got some kind of wheel on. The foot looks like it turns. There we go. Alright, so he's got little skates on his... Oh, he doesn't have the other one on his arm. That's what's going on here. Okay. Oh well. I don't really know how this thing's supposed to work. But it'll be alright. I'll mess with it later. Oh, I think it's kind of cool though. I need to find a little figure to put in him. I wonder if a mask figure will fit. I don't know why I got this guy. I just always liked this. Don't fall. Please don't fall. I guess I just always liked this animation. This is from X-Men Evolution Nightcrawler. I just liked how they designed this figure. He's really long and lanky, and I don't know, he kind of looks like how Nightcrawler should. I kind of want to do a custom on him, because I feel like that's a good Nightcrawler. He just needs a different paint job. Kind of looks like he'd glow in the dark or something. And I'm not going to open this guy up because I think he's a model kit, so I'm afraid he's going to fall apart. But this is a Gundam figure. It was only 99 cents. So, yeah, he's really heavy though. Really heavy. It doesn't feel like a model kit though, really, because he's so heavy. Then I picked up a food fighter for some reason. I don't have any food fighters, so if anyone actually wants this that collects them, I'd be more than willing to trade it or give it to you or something. I don't know. I don't have any of these guys. I really don't know why I bought him. Kind of feels like a dog toy, really. I've seen a lot of people collecting these things online lately. He's not in great shape, though, but you just don't see food fighters very often. I really don't know why I got that, though. And then, what else is in this wonderful bag? Picked up this. It's one of the Ghostbusters. I don't know, it's like a voodoo looking guy or something. Oh, he's cool. Just another Ghostbuster. I can have to scoot you guys back there so we can fit some stuff. And then I picked up, I paid a little bit too much for this guy probably, but he was one of the few Transformers that I had as a kid. And this is Cindasaur. And he was one of the, he sparked. What was it called, a Sparkabot or something? Let's see. I can't remember how to do this. My leg's cramping. Alright, so that's supposed to go that way, and that goes... Man. Sounded like I was breaking him. What a terrible Transformer that is. But, like I said, it was the only one of the few I had. I guess the selling point on it for me was the fact that it sparked. You know, because I was a dumb kid. No longer sparks, I guess. But, I don't know. I kind of wanted him back, so. I swore that he has a rub symbol somewhere. I think it was supposed to go right there was the rub symbol, if I remember right. So, I guess he doesn't have a rub symbol, but I don't know. Nothing too special there. Then I picked up this guy, Swamp Thing. You know, new Swamp Thing show just came out, so I figured, you know, get some Swamp Thing figures. Did I buy the exact? Hold on. All right, this is Dr. Mambu or something like. I don't remember what this guy's name was, but it doesn't have his helmet or his weapons, so just a loose Swamp Thing figure. Nothing special, but I think I've already got this guy. I think I picked him up last time. I'm not gonna open him. Well, this really doesn't matter. Can't take it back. Yeah, I picked up this exact same Swamp Thing figure and forgot about it because now I'm looking at him right now. I can see him over in my display case, and I've already got this guy. Looks like this one's in better condition than mine, though. It doesn't really... He works about as good as my other one did, though. Oh, well. I hope I find more of those Swamp Thing figures. I like those. I had some when I was a kid, and I really liked them. Then this guy... $5 seems like a lot for this guy, but I already have the motorcycle, and to order this guy off of eBay would cost me more than $4 to complete the motorcycle. So this is a Ghostbuster, and he comes with a little red scooter moped looking thing that turns into a ghost. He's got a little broken skull on his back. Eek. Eek. Some of these things, like I said, I don't know why I bought them. Really, like, I don't know. I could have lived without this. Probably lived without Cindersaur. I really wanted him, but I don't know. Nightcrawler's cool. I definitely would have kept the Ghostbusters, the Swamp Thing. I don't know. Sometimes you just have one of those days where you just want to buy some stuff, and that was today. I just was having a stressful time at work this week and just thought, you know what, I need to get away. Like I said earlier, my area's been dry, so I actually drove quite a bit of ways, and when you're driving that far to look for toys, you just kind of want to come home with stuff. This one's pretty cool, so I'm pretty happy. I hope I can find a Judge Dredd to go with this. I have Judge Death. He's still on card, so I might actually take him out and put him with her. Her crotch right here is dusty. She ain't used that in a while. That's for sure. Looks like she's missing some armor or something on her arm there. And probably a knife in her boot. So, but still cool. Probably missing a helmet, I would imagine, too. Maybe not. But, I don't know. It's still pretty cool. I'm pretty happy to have that. What else is in this bag of wonder? So everything's falling over. Alright, we're gonna do something here. I'm gonna move this bag just down here. And then we'll just recenter this there. So this is one of the Ghostbusters figures, or not Ghostbusters. Beetlejuice figures I was missing. I still needed to find his helmet. Or his head. His other head. But, I don't know. That's pretty cool. He was relatively cheap. $2. Then... oh, what do I want to show next? Here, we'll do these. So I picked up an Irma because I have one carded and I have all the other Toon figures loose. So I wanted to have her with my Toon turtles. And I honestly can't remember if I've got another one of these or not. I think I may have gotten another one, but if not, if so, I'll sell it. Because it was, I only paid $4 for it, and this figure should go for 15 to 20. But I'm pretty sure I needed that one for my loose collection. And then this one is because I noticed the other day whenever I was sorting through all my weapons. So whenever you go through these figures, sometimes you really need a good photo of one to compare, because I'd been sitting here thinking that I had a complete Donatello, and I found out that whenever I bought it from a store, I bought it from Kokomo Toys up near Indianapolis. Someone had switched out the body, and it was actually a Leonardo or Raphael body with a Donatello head. Like the center body here was different, because I noticed the spots weren't on the chest like it was supposed to be, and the scratches were in different spots. So, yeah, so I needed a new Donatello body. This one has a broken bandana on the back, but I will just pop this head off and put the new head on it and call it a day. I love these figures. I love how they had that rubbery feeling, so you can kind of move them around and get them to do all kinds of stuff. If they would have done the whole Ninja Turtle line like that, I would have been happy with it, because those are just pretty cool. They don't stand for shit, though. But obviously none of this other stuff is standing either, so. This is really freaking cool. So for $2, I got this. And these watches, for whatever reason, any of these kind of video game watches like this tend to go for quite a bit of money. One of my friends had this as a kid, and I'm going to have to pull it apart. I see rust on the screws, so I have a feeling it's probably corroded inside. I'm hoping I can get this thing to work. But one of my friends had this when we were kids, and I always wanted one. But they are kind of pricey. And I looked on eBay, and there's actually... this is actually installed backwards. Whoever did this. So, geniuses. There we go. But there is not a single one of these listed on eBay right now. And they usually go for about $50 from what I've seen. Any of these. So if you ever see any of these kind of game watches like this, I don't care who's on it, buy them. The Mad Max watch I got a while back is like a $50 watch. I had no idea. Not Mad Max, Mighty Max. And it has like a little play set that you open it up and it's got a little play set in it. Next up, this one again, I'm not going to open the bag because there's a bunch of little parts in here. But this is a little Gundam figure. This is only $2.99. I really want to build some of these Gundams, but I really bought this for a friend. So, and if he doesn't want it, I will have no problem keeping it. But I have a feeling he'll probably want it for that price. So that's what I actually bought this one for too. And next up, picked up a Beast Wars figure. As you can tell, none of this stuff so far has been like a great deal. Like I didn't find like something amazing. That watch is pretty cool though. $2 for that if I can get it to work. This guy I had as a kid and was one of my favorite figures. He's complete. This is, what do they call him? Ripper Snapper in this line or something like that. But it's the Beast Wars turtle, snapping turtle. And he's got his instructions and his tech specs. So, yeah, love my Beast Wars. Speaking of Beast Wars, I didn't think this one was actually a terrible price. He seemed like he was complete. But this is the repaint of Dinobot that they called Grimlock. That's wrong. There we go. But it's basically a white Dinobot. And there he is. And he's got his tail with the sword inside. And it's not really bent like a lot of these are. He's in really good shape, though. I don't know why they had these helmets. That was some kind of gimmick they were originally going to do with them, but it apparently faded away. But when I was a kid, I actually took these pieces off because I didn't like them. I don't like seeing those little masks. His and Cheetor's always bugged me. We'll save that stuff. Is there anything else? Alright, we won't save that stuff. Alright, so now we're going to get into my favorite pickups. This is some Ghostbuster monsters. I cannot remember which ones these were, the names of them, but I didn't have these. Oh, that's why that one was probably more expensive. They had a set for $14.99 and one for $15, so I grabbed the cheaper set. I didn't notice the difference, but you can tell the difference in the color. This one's sun faded, but still works. Let's see if this one works. These are two things I didn't have that I actually wanted, so yep, they both still work. So happy to have both of those guys for Ghostbusters, because I didn't buy a ton of Ghostbuster stuff. Alright, we'll go into here. This is probably dollar for dollar one of the best finds, and probably one of my most excited finds, because this is something you just don't find everywhere. And this is a Cloud from Play Arts Kai for $3. If you know these things, they go for quite a bit more. But this, from what I can tell, and I'm going to have to double check, and we're going to double check here in just a second. I think this is the version that actually goes with the motorcycle, with the Daytona. It's either that or Decidia, because I don't think it's the regular version. But they didn't make, I don't remember if I think he's supposed to have a shoulder piece that goes there. But give me one sec. Let me grab my other one, and we're going to compare him real quick. Not if any of you guys may not care, so I'm going to pause this one sec. Alright, so we're back. So this, I didn't pull the other one out just because he was too hard to get out, but this is the version that comes on the Daytona bike. Which really makes me angry, because if they had that, they probably had a motorcycle there somewhere, and I didn't look through the box very well. I just found him and was kind of like, oh my god, and ran. Like, you know, when you find something that's a really good price, you kind of think, oh shit, I better get this guy and get out of here quick, because someone might notice that they're selling a toy cheap. But these usually, I mean, if he had all the stuff, he'd probably be a $50 figure. If he had the motorcycle, he'd be a $150 figure easy. But as he stands, I don't know really what he's worth. But he's definitely worth $3 to me, because I am a huge Final Fantasy fan. And I seen on eBay that I can get a sword for him that's like a custom-made actual metal sword in this scale for like $20. So I'm going to get him a custom-made metal Buster sword, hopefully. And I'm not too concerned about him missing the shoulder piece. It's still Cloud, so I don't know. That was my favorite thing that I found for the day. So one of my favorites, I guess. Alright. So next up, I went to a place that I don't really like to go to and buy stuff because they're usually overpriced, but this one I thought was a decent price. And this is, well, shoot, let me find it. This is the Ninja Turtle Muta Carrier. This is the one that's actually got the turtle bits underneath it. And there goes all the missiles. It's basically, from what I can tell, it's a 99% complete. It's got all of the missiles. The only thing I can tell it's missing is it's supposed to have a shovel that either goes on this side or it's supposed to go on this side. And I'm pretty sure it goes on this side, but I'm not 100% on it. I've never actually owned this toy. I did see Combi 101 got one, and he had a heck of a time trying to transform this thing, so I'm not going to mess with transforming it. I know I'm missing the front windshield, so front windshield and maybe a shovel or two. I don't know. I can't find any good information on this, so if you know, if you can tell if this is missing anything, from what I can tell, it's not. Just the windshield and a shovel and maybe something on the other side. I'm not sure. But it's got the collar that goes around the turtle, and this little lip. It's got the tail, it's got the feet, it's got the head. So I'm pretty happy to have that thing. Probably not something I was necessarily looking for today, but I wasn't really looking for any of this stuff, so I'll move this out of the way. And we'll put you back there. I need to clean that up, though. We'll get to it one of these days. So, what else was there? So we'll get into this bag. So, I picked up some G1 bots. And whenever I did, the guy basically threw in the sound blaster with it. He definitely could use a good cleaning. He's missing. He probably could use a new head just because he's missing a little point on the side of here. But he basically got thrown in for free, so I figure maybe I can fix him up and make him look a little bit better. Maybe I can de-yellow him a little bit, replace the stickers, and I don't know if I can do anything about this crack here, and I don't know if I can do anything about how this piece opens, if I can fix that. I'm not sure if these buttons were actually supposed to work to open him or not, but it kind of seems like it's supposed to. It's got a spring in there and stuff, but I may have to pull him apart and just see what I can come up with. But I'm wondering if I can replace this with some just clear cellophane, if it would look better. I'd lose these little tabs here, but we'll see. I want to see if there's a way for me to fix that. There's got to be a way to fill in these cracks with super glue maybe or something. I don't know. But this is a figure I'd actually been wanting for a while, so he's in better condition than my Soundwave is, which I still need to do a restoration on. So I will definitely be ordering some stickers for this, hopefully at some point in time, and we'll see if we can make him look a little bit better. Should be pretty easy to disassemble. It's just some screws. But that's some G1 goodness. But I could have some better G1 goodness. And a figure that I never thought I would actually... One, I wasn't sure if I'd spend the money on it because it's pretty expensive. And that is G1 Devastator. Let me see if I can get him to stand. Give me 1 second. If I can get him to stand without... That was one of my big things about these when I was a kid, was these things were so finicky. Oh, see? Falling apart, dude. You're just falling the fuck apart. Alright. And I don't know if I have this guy transform the way he's supposed to be or not. But he's as close as he's going to get right now. So, come on. All right, now stand. Stand. Oh, you turd. how did kids play with this thing? Like, I know the Transformers in the 80s were, like, supposed to be the best Transformers, blah, blah, blah. But, come on, did you really actually combine this and actually play with him? Like, no, you didn't. You tried. It didn't work. I guarantee it. This was just a little bit... This probably came out the year after I was born. So, I knew a bunch of kids that my brother hung out with that had this guy, and they never let me play with him, and I can see why, because I would have destroyed this thing as a kid. Alright. There we go. Finally. So, got him. And then I got the bag with all the guns and everything, all the parts. And I got him for $50. And he's got 3 of the tech specs. He doesn't have specs for all of them, but at least 3 of them I thought was cool. But yeah, I thought near complete. He's not 100%. I think he's missing a gun or missile or something. So the story behind this is, well, first of all, the place I went in looking for Ninja Turtles, because I usually have some. And that's where I bought the karate one in the April. So, but what ticked me off was the guy brought over this big box. It didn't really tick me off. It just kind of, well, it annoyed me, I guess. But he brought over this big box of Ninja Turtle stuff and a lot of parts and weapons. And he's like, hey, we got an overflow. Look through here. See what you got. I'll make you a deal on blah, blah, blah. So I did, and I found a ton of parts. I spent like an hour looking through this bin, finding a couple little parts I needed. You know, just searching through, and those 2 figures that I pointed out. And then whenever I took him, the guy came over and said, hey, did you find anything you needed? And I said, yeah, I found a lot of parts. And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't get rid of parts. And all I'm sitting there thinking is, well, I just spent an hour, and I was starting to get a migraine. I was just sick of digging through toys. And all I'm just sitting there thinking is, I just spent that long looking through this bin, and you're telling me that you won't let me have any of these parts. And they weren't really like anything special, but, you know, it was like the starfish for Ray Fillet. You know, I'm missing one little tiny starfish. It's going to be hard to find, but, you know, just a couple of odds and ends parts. And I was just pretty disappointed about it. So basically the guy offered, so I got him, the 2 turtles, and Blaster for $60. So he basically threw in the Blaster and the 2 turtles, whatever, however you want to figure it up. Those are $10 for all 3 of them, which the 2 turtles should have been probably that. The April and the Kung Fu Donatello, whatever it was, or Michelangelo Donatello, yeah.